If you're looking for a fast, high-octane shooter, nothing beats the Time Crisis series. And Time Crisis 5 brings it back with some amazing new set pieces and a dual foot pedal system to keep you on your toes. Let's use the Blamcon Buddy wireless dual foot pedal connected to our Blamcon Auto Cop and have us some fun. There's just something about the Time Crisis series. A cheesy, over-the-top sincerity in the bad voice acting, the over-the-top cool guy heroes, and the baddest of baddies. Every game they try and top themselves with over-the-top set pieces, crazy action scenes, 80s freeze-frame explosions. It's instantly recognizable awesomeness and a whole helping a Gouda. And Time Crisis 5 is the most Time Crisis game of them all. From the opening riding in on jet skis to the end stopping a huge mech. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The big gimmick of the Time Crisis series as a whole is the foot pedal. When you let the pedal go, you pop out, and when you press it, you duck behind cover and reload. This simple dual-purpose mechanic lets you control the action in a really smooth and intuitive way. Time Crisis 5 has the first real shake-up of that mechanic, adding a dual pedal system. Pressing the right or the left pedal shifts your position, letting you get behind enemies or get a different perspective to take out enemies behind cover or with shields. I am a huge fan of this. It gives you a whole new level of strategy in dealing with enemies and makes you feel like you're a lot more in control. While you're behind cover, you also get to pick which weapon to use. You have 4 to choose from: a basic pistol with unlimited ammo, a rapid-fire machine gun, a shotgun with a wide spread, and a grenade launcher, aka the classic pistol rifle shotgun blowy-uppy combo. I do wish you had more ammo for your secondary weapons though. They run out pretty fast, so for the most part I stuck with the trusty pistol. It's also the most satisfying to use. But during the high-speed parts of the game, the machine gun is definitely my go-to. The game also has a health system, giving you 3 hits before you die. The most basic enemy attack you can shrug off, but heavy hitters and environmental hazards deal instant damage. But back to that pedal. Having 2 positions to shoot from is more than just a cover mechanic. It's used for quick time events, discovering weaknesses on bosses, changing lanes during a motorcycle chase, and a ton of other contextual actions. I was sort of worried in a way it would feel like a tacked on feature, but it's intuitive and adds to the action rather than getting in the way. I've played games where there's way too many actions, including one with a 3-pedal system, and everything happening on screen just gives me a cognitive overload, or the brain farts. Not here though. It's easy to understand and quickly becomes second nature. I did design these Blamcon pedals to be light touch and front actuated, making switching fast and easy, which is a must considering how fast you have to switch between left and right sometimes. The basic enemies are very standard Time Crisis and color-coded in the same way. Red enemies usually shoot large projectiles very quickly after they appear, so shoot them first or duck and wait for it to pass over you. Orange enemies will give you 3 sets of ammo for one of your guns, 1 for each time you hit them, and the rest are usually pretty low threat except for a few special enemies. The boss battles are pretty interesting because instead of the shoot the guy, they're usually huge contraptions, all of which in some way use the dual pedal mechanic. Shoot their weak spots, usually by moving left or right to find them, duck or change position to avoid their special attacks, and blast away. This is what I love most about this game. It's so dynamic. The boss battles all have these interesting twists, but the set pieces are equally awesome. Shooting from a helicopter, a high-speed motorcycle chase shooting enemies out of a truck or down a drainage tunnel, followed by a boss battle with a gravity gun, and then a really cool sniper segment, which is really well paced after the blink-free craziness of the previous level. Then, just when you're starting to miss the usual shoot the guys thing, you're back in a factory where you need to use the dual pedal system to shoot enemies from different vantage points. I don't know if it's the extra control from the pedal, the smooth gameplay, or just how good it all feels together, but I think this is the most fun I've had playing a Time Crisis game. I would call it satisfying if that makes sense. Getting hit feels like your fault. Gunning down groups of enemies while jumping around from different positions feels like each victory is earned. Each hit feels like you should have done better. Some light gun games feel like you're just railroaded through, getting hit when you should get hit, and moving you through regardless of your skill level. I don't know if it's just their experience with game design showing through, or if I was just in a really good mood on how much fun this game was, but I don't think I've ever felt so self-satisfied about beating a light gun game. I think after 30 years of experience, Bandai have mastered the light gun shooter, and I really hope they decide to try a Time Crisis 6. I don't know how they can make it more wild than this one, but I'm sure they'll find a way. What you saw me playing with there is the new Blamcon Buddy wireless foot pedal system. These foot pedals are Bluetooth devices and combine directly to any Blamcon, and the Blamcon itself acts as a single device with a foot pedal controlling the key bindings and special functions. As always, Blamcon is completely free for makers. We provide you the plans, the 3D models, everything you need to get going. Also on Blamcon.com, we sell completed foot pedals as well as kits. Blamcon, as always, is brought to you completely free thanks to our Patreons. So I'd like to give a massive shout out to our VIP Patreons, Matthew Klabish, Ron Steffenpool, Stevie, Philip Daniel, and Martin Kilroy, the Light Gun Lunatics group on Facebook, Chef J, Joven Fiddler, Paul Pardee, Racing Fuel, Varen, Daniel Whitehead, Keith West, Ian Kowalski, Lee Fallon, Suanze of Retro City, Tyler Watson, Lukey 3D, Bearmunch, Nathan Foster, and Union Jack 1313. And thank you so much to all the Patreons in the crawl that follows.